Welcome back to Two in the Blue at episode 39. I am your host, John Flounder Caruso, here with co-host Stevie D. DeStefano, and in the background, DJ Lou, editor, producer, always making the magic happen. We are recording from the Energy Defender studio. Call Energy Defenders for all your solar and roofing needs. Steve,
Stop.
What we got going on besides this jean jacket that you decided to wear?
This is for Billy Galetta. I promised him I would do it, and I did it. Do I look like Uncle Jesse?
A little bit. You look like Uncle Jesse. Definitely not like Patrick Swayze. And you could be a little douchey like the boss, like Bruce Springsteen. So yeah,
I was thinking that too. I was going to put a handkerchief.
You could have,
but I didn't wear jeans.
Women still wear the jean jacket. I've
it's
seen
back
that.
In.
Like I've seen like where it comes up like halfway. I've
this
seen them wear
fantastic.
That. Yeah, no, said no one ever.
I love it. This thing stinks. It's straight from China. There's not one English word on the tag or nothing. It's fucking Chinese. Little 3-year-olds.
I wish it was a little more stonewashed. Billy Galetta probably definitely had a stonewashed one. He definitely wore one with a wife beater underneath.
With the
100%.
With the
with a mohawk.
The Joe Dirt hair.
He had a mohawk.
Oh, did he?
Like something like that.
Oh yeah.
Lines.
And a Camaro.
The lines. Yeah, he had something like that.
He had to have a Camaro.
Yeah.
Super tight jeans.
Either that or. Trying to think. Oh yeah, they definitely had tight blue jeans with the white socks and some white sneakers.
They were way cooler than us.
Definitely.
We were loose jeans.
Yeah.
The tight jeans are way better.
And they're back.
They are. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God the jean jackets are back too.
No, they're not. No.
I was missing out. Been missing out on this for years.
Men's jeans jacket.
I haven't had one of these since like my mom put me in one when I was like 4.
Right.
Yeah. It stinks.
Yeah.
It smells bad.
It probably
smells like China.
Should have stayed in the attic where it was.
It was in a Chinese factory, just waiting to be shipped to America.
You went out and bought that
on Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
I'm gonna say like $16.
That's not bad.
No, it's cheap as fuck.
$16. Okay, is it comfortable? You look like your arms are a little snug.
It's fantastic. I love my arms being snug.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely be like itching to take this thing off by the halfway point.
All right.
Yeah.
You going to wear it anywhere?
I might. I like it.
I
legitimately like it.
Michelle, I think you should take him out with this. I want to see the blue jeans. I want to see the same color blue jeans, white T-shirt.
I have the same color
white T-shirt just like that.
I went to Walmart for this today, for this.
And I want you to slick your hair back, straight back.
Ew.
Little greaser look.
I can do that. Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool.
All right. What else you got?
Dumb question for you. Do you remember a time when you ever used conditioner?
Yes.
Do you, Lou, condition your hair?
No, but it's impossible to find shampoo that doesn't have conditioner in it.
No, I'm not talking about the 2-for-1. I'm talking about straight conditioner. Is, bro, it just disappears as soon as you apply it. Yeah. It's gone. There's no suds.
So I remember when I was younger, my mother had Finesse, and it was Finesse shampoo and Finesse conditioner. And because I was a kid, I would just use the pump the stuff in my hand and just wash myself with that shit. Yeah. My wife uses I shouldn't say this, but she uses a very expensive conditioner for her hair. So I'll take like a dime full and I'll put it on my beard because it makes the hair soft on my beard. But yeah, I mean, I other than that, no, obviously I'm not using hair conditioner.
So we ran out of body soap today, which I didn't notice till I was in the shower. Like there was no soap left in the dispenser.
Okay.
So I just used conditioner because I figured like shampoo was not good for your skin. So I did conditioner and it was like there was no soap on me.
No.
It just goes away.
Yeah. You just use conditioner for your soap?
I didn't have soap. What was I going to do?
Well, at least you're somewhat clean.
I'm not clean at all. I don't think I got any conditioner on me at all. It like disappeared in a loofah.
It was probably your wife's expensive conditioner.
Do you use loofahs?
Yeah.
It was definitely expensive conditioner. Yeah. I don't, and I just like.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
She's going to love that.
That's whatever.
If I touch any of my wife's like shampoo and conditioner, I don't. I just don't. I use body wash and I use.
I just don't get how I don't get how it disappears. I don't know where's it go. Even when you put it in your hair, it's just like you don't even feel it. It just like absorbs.
Yeah, it's like that's what it's supposed to do.
It's weird.
And it's supposed to soften your hair.
So probably shouldn't be cleaning my body with it.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, when I went to Walmart for the shirt, I got more soap. So
Oh, okay.
it won't be a problem moving
This
forward.
is quite the ensemble you have going on. I mean, the entire ensemble is.
Fantastic.
It's like.
I feel like the coolest person in the world.
Does Michelle look at you before you walk out there and just go, Jesus?
Well, I came home today. I was like, I gotta go to Walmart. I need a white V-neck. And she's like, for what? And I'm like, and then I showed her a jean jacket, and she's like, oh, what the fuck? Dude? Yeah. Just rolls her
Your
eyes.
poor wife.
Yeah. Just rolls her eyes and moves on. All right. What's next?
All right. So a lot of people go on vacations this time of year. This is like obviously like this time of year vacations, and we were talking a little bit about this. Just about like people when they go on vacations. Now, obviously, a vacation for you is much different than it was when it was just you and your wife, obviously. So kids involved. What would a vacation for you look like with kids? Complete chaos?
It wouldn't be fun for me.
No.
I mean, so we took Steven to like it's like a campground. I think we could do stuff like that. Where like, you rent a golf cart, you ride, there's horse farms, there's water slides. That's fun, as long as they can eventually like fall asleep. We did that with just Steven. With both of them, well, with all three of them, I mean, it would be difficult, I think. I don't know. We haven't tried it. We don't have the balls yet.
Like we talked about this. Like me and my wife, when we go away on vacation, and it's just her and I, and we have gone away with my son before too. And some of these parents, these families that do it and make it look so effortless, it's beyond me how they do it. Their kids are like. It's almost like it's a story, like it's like not believable, like a TV show.
They gotta be picking their spots though.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the wild one, you kind of leave at home with the grandparents. You know what I mean? Like no, it's not that picturesque. Like no one. Like I just can't, because I know what you're talking about, because I've been places. I'm like, oh man, we should have brought the kids. And these kids are like, they're just like prim and proper.
Oh my God, they're doing right. They're
using salad forks.
Everybody's
and shit.
so
like,
well behaved, and they're dressed all awesome. And like, how do you get kids, even younger kids, to get ready, just nicely to go to a dinner, like and look. And they all come down. Everybody's calm. And
I can't put a shirt with a collar on my son. He hasn't worn anything besides sweatpants, maybe ever in his whole life.
I can barely dress myself.
Yeah. The second he gets home from school, like, drops his bag, takes his clothes off, puts pajamas on. That's all. Like, literally, like, cannot wait to put his pajamas. He had baseball today, and he knew we had baseball in 1 hour after we got home from school.
Right in pajamas.
Right in pajamas. I'm like, dude, you got baseball. He's like, so I'll put my,
I do the exact same thing.
It's amazing.
Second I get home. Right.
I guess I did. Well, I mean, I don't.
Well, it's okay for a kid too, obviously.
Yeah.
Right in my Spider-Man pajamas.
Nice.
I can see that.
Is it a onesie?
No, it's a two-piece.
Oh,
I'm
man.
an adult. Come on, man.
We should rock some onesies on this.
Seriously, onesies with the feetsies on there. Like, oh my God, it's great. We used to slide across the floor.
Think they got jean onesies?
Oh my God, you're so
They got the overalls.
Bibs. Yeah, they got bibs.
you are.
Whatever. I like jeans, dude.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The jean jacket. What do you got?
So all right. I was reading something about. So you know how the autism rate has gone up like significantly? It was like 1 in 1,000 now is 1 in 36, or 1 in 10,000 is now 1 in 36 children.
Wow.
And they're trying to say, which one is it, Lou? I think it was,
1 in 36 children in the U.S.
Yeah, I know that. What was it before?
Well, it was 2008. It was 1 in 110.
Okay. All right. So the rate of autism is going up. Now, a lot of it has to do with like they're testing for it now. Like they know what they're looking for now. They didn't know what it was before. But they're trying to link autism to vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your take on that? Like, do you think you're born with autism, or can you externally, like, can it enter your body externally? I don't see how a vaccine can make you autistic. Like, what could it possibly do? This is the one thing I think, right?
Right now, there's people's heads exploding right now because this is good.
Why?
Because people do believe in this. There are people out there that strongly.
This is what if it causes, if there's any link, it's from the trauma associated with the needles, with the giving of the needle. Because when you watch a little kid, right, they are a blank slate.
Yeah.
Like day one. And they grow up and they're just home with their parents and everyone loves them. They don't know what embarrassment is. They don't know what fear really is. Like they don't know anything outside of their safe little thing, right? And I remember taking Steven to the park. Like we took him to the park, go down the slides. And he had like stuff on his face. And there was a little girl there who's like, you have stuff all over your face. And he got embarrassed I saw my son get embarrassed for the first time. His little 3-year-old self was like embarrassed. I felt bad. I felt terrible for him. Mm-hmm. But stuff like that starts to shape you, right? Like, so then he became very concerned about, he didn't like spots then after that. Like if he even got a cut and he got like a nick on his skin, he hated it, can't stand it, right? So like little things like that can sort of start to form your personality. And when you're very, very little and you're getting, I mean, they have a round of shots where you're getting like 3 shots for a baby who is screaming their head off after shot number 1, happy as hell. Give them the first shot. They're like screaming. And then you got to hold them down for 2 more. Now the trauma associated with that, because like, do you lose your trust in your parents at that point? Like, do you lose your trust in other people at that point? Like what happens to a little infant's or a baby's brain, toddler's brain, when you're making them do something they don't want to do? And even though you know it's for the best, like, you know, you can't send them to public school without a flu shot. So they got to get their flu shot, right? But I'm wondering if the association with autism and vaccines has more to do with the trauma associated with the giving of the vaccine than it does with the actual stuff inside the vaccine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think some of that really does make sense. It's interesting. It's an interesting topic. And listen, this is why science is out there. Medical science is out there. Science is ever flowing. There's always going to be things that they find out later on because of more tests, more information, more everything. It's constantly new. It's constantly flowing. A lot of people don't understand that. They want to say that it's the vaccine and it's the government's fault, and that's why kids have autism. There may be something to that. I don't know. I'm not educated enough on it to give, an educated opinion. I don't want to say, oh yeah, vaccines are the reason these kids are getting. I would take my chances with the vaccine, but I understand people's fear when kids have autism and kids that have autism and parents that out there that have kids that have autism. I understand why the question and the fear of that would be, and maybe that's a touchy one, man. It really is.
I think autism might be a little overdiagnosed.
Can I just jump in here?
Yeah, please do.
So like the whole vaccines cause autism thing, that all stemmed from like one research paper in like the early 2000s where a guy like in a very like in the Lancet, which is like a very big scientific journal, published that there was like a link between vaccines and autism. That guy, like that's where it really originated, and that guy was like proven wrong. His credentials, he was stripped of his credentials. They pulled the document. He was fudging data, all that stuff. But that idea is still stuck around. So there's no real scientific basis.
But do you understand what I'm saying with the trauma associated?
Yeah, but that's based on the assumption that there is a connection, and there is no actual scientific link between, like in the modern, all kids are vaccinated in the modern world. So yeah, every kid that has autism also got vaccines because that's just.
But like,
how it
okay,
works.
like when Steven experienced that embarrassment that I was just talking about earlier, when the little girl.
Well, that's right around the age where they have self-realization, right, where they realize.
But right around that time, right, and like I said, like as a result of that, almost he started like if he had a spot on his clothes, he had to take it off. Like I mean, like if we took him to a doctor at that point, and they put a drop of anything on his clothes, and they watched his reaction, I would venture to say that someone might like diagnose him with something. Maybe not autism, maybe something else, but they would say like, oh yeah, that's not normal. Like if you take them to the right, like not the right or the wrong, like however you want to look at it, place, like a little kid as they're forming, they just, you never know what's like on the other side of like the phases that they go through, like the 3 o'clock or the the terrible twos they call it. It's more like terrible threes. Terrible 3 years old. Two's fine, but three they turn into like maniacs. But but like you don't know what's on the other side of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when Steven was in his 3-year-old stage and he was like really like feisty and like disobedient and pushes like pushing the limits and testing and trying to see what he can and can't get away with, and like you almost think there's like it's almost like, what is something wrong with him? Like what's going on? But then like they do phase out of it, and they do start to grow like empathy, and they start to think about other people's feelings, and they start to realize that actions have consequences, and then they come out of that. You know what I mean? So like, and like the phase that he was in, the embarrassment phase, like he got over that. You know what I mean?
Sure, because he didn't know how to deal with that at the time, and that little embarrassment is a trauma.
Yeah,
it's a traumatic incident for him at that point in time. That's why he would be so self-conscious of the drop or things on his clothes or his hand or something like that. I don't know if that causes. I want to say it's something. And again, I am not a medical doctor. Before I give any opinion, please don't go hammer me on this.
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I mean, I play one from time to time, but so
wait a second.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Huh?
Like in the bedroom?
Shh.
You guys role play?
No, I just teach my wife things like I mean, like
I need a physical. Cough.
Like if she comes home from work, I give her advice. I mean, that's what it's like.
Okay.
In the bed, come on, I don't play doctor in the bedroom. Come on. That means you have to put things up your butt, and I'm not doing that.
You're missing out, bro.
Oh Jesus! All right. I want to say there's a chemical. There's probably a chemical imbalance in the brain of anyone that has, like, I would say again, with addiction, with autism, with that stuff. I believe that is a strong thing that's going on with the brain that they're born with.
Yeah, but like you don't know what kind of rabbit holes a little young baby like toddler brain could go in. You know what I mean? Like who knows? And if you
think about how hard that research is.
Yeah, like if you overthink it at that young of an age, like you could like talk yourself into like a whole like a tick. You know what I mean? That maybe you don't recover from. Like I know I kind of not off subject, but I know someone who had a vaccine when they were very little, born totally healthy, perfect. Had a vaccine. The vaccine caused a very high fever that fried his brain. Mm-hmm. And now he has permanent brain damage.
Okay.
He's in a wheelchair. So vaccines do cause stuff to happen.
They've never been 100%.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
But the studies will show and the science will show that if it saves 1 million, and out of that 1 million, 2 or 3 have the reactions, it's pretty good odds.
Yeah. I'm not like an anti-vax or anything. I just thought it was a really interesting topic, and I really got on the subject of it. Like I really got into thinking about it because I was like, man, there's just no way there's something inside of a vaccine that causes autism. There's like, it doesn't make sense.
No, I mean, again, these vaccines are all this stuff is constantly under research, constantly under studies, constantly every day something else new is found. And that's why people, they mistake it with, oh, well, they were wrong. That guy was wrong. No, it's not necessarily wrong. That's what science is. Science changes. It's ever flowing. Mm-hmm. But that's the beauty of science. That's why science is so good, because the research and the studies that go into the backing, the facts of behind it. That's why I've always leaned towards science.
Yeah. So my wife and I finally put our clothes away. We were on a putting clothes away strike. Yeah. Like not like an unannounced, never talked about it, never complained about it, never. But in our room, we lived like we were like on vacation, just out of a suitcase, just piles of clothes. And then like when you take your clothes off, you just kind of put it somewhere. And then, like I have a stack of clothes. Like I'll take clothes off that aren't dirty.
She may murder you for this episode.
She does it too. Yeah, she does it too.
She's going to murder you for this episode.
Fine. But like in the laundry room, right, I'll take like tonight, I'll go home. Like I didn't wear the like they're not heavily used clothes, and I'll put these neatly in the laundry room, and that means you can wash them if you want, but you don't have to. And I thought she knew that, but like she was like what does this mean? And then I told her, I'm like, it just means like if you want to wash, you can, but you don't have to. Like I'll wear it again, it's fine. So she's like, all right. But in the bedroom, we'll do the laundry, and then there's just stacks of clothes. Both of us just and we even put them like on the bed to ensure that they get put away. And then like it's bedtime, and we're like too fucking tired, and we just put them on the floor, and then they just stay there. And then we like put clothes on like from like we don't even have to go in our drawers and a closet, nothing. It's all just right there on the floor for us. We're tripping over our fucking shoes, like the dog's there. Like you're just like, what the hell? You're trying to be quiet because the baby's sleeping.
Looks look like a TJ Maxx.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
shit
It's
everywhere.
wild. Yeah, I mean, it had to have gone on for 6 weeks where we didn't put our clothes away. Neither one of us. Never even discussed it, though.
I got chest pains just hearing
I knew you would. Yeah, I knew you
explain it.
would.
Oh, my God. My anxiety just went right through the roof.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why.
Nuts.
It's so easy to put your clothes away. It takes 2 seconds. Just didn't do it.
Okay, I'm guilty of leaving clean folded clothes on top of the dresser. Maybe one stack, maybe the 2. When it gets to almost 2, there's something in me that's like, all right, put it away. I gotta put it away.
I did it finally today.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
Well,
let me ask you something. Was it gratifying after 6 weeks? Or
no, it's horrible. I hate it. Yeah. It's like brushing my teeth or wiping my ass. I don't like doing that either.
So when you walk in your bedroom tonight, you don't feel like you're gonna have it's gonna be a little more gratifying?
No, I don't care at all. I don't care at all.
How does Michelle feel?
She might feel better. I don't know. I don't think she cares at all either. We just want if you come in the house,
right?
It looks kind of clean.
Yeah,
that's fine. But no one goes in our bedroom except for us. So.
Can we go back to the wiping your ass comment?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, let me just. Okay.
Wait, did I miss that?
He hates brushing his teeth and wiping his ass.
All right, so look.
Where are you? What are you doing?
Look, listen. I got like taking a shit is one of the greatest things you could do. Right? It's a great.
Sure.
It's nice.
I
right?
mean, it's a good pastime of
but
mine.
It's
yes.
followed immediately by the worst thing you have to do, and which is put paper up your asshole to clean it. It's disgusting.
What would you rather have? A bidet?
Yeah, but you still have to wipe. I don't like it. It just annoys me that you have to do that.
Well, you little nasty
I do
little,
it.
nasty little boy.
I do it.
But you probably don't wipe clean. You probably don't even wipe clean.
No, I do.
Nasty little boy.
I do. I wipe very clean.
What is going on?
It's hard. I just don't. It's like a great. It's like a pleasure to take a poop, but it's like horrible to have to clean up.
It's not.
It is.
Like I have to.
You know how many asses I gotta wipe, bro?
You have to wipe. You have to use the right paper, like the right toilet paper.
do.
It's got to be the right. And then even a wipe. Like, do you use a wipe after the toilet paper?
I do. I don't. You gotta bend it. It's just like you gotta look at it. It's like it's horrible, dude.
You gotta stare.
It's
I gotta have a
disgusting.
conversation with my shit.
It's disgusting.
I mean, I don't even. Yeah, like who
It's
do you?
horrible.
I mean,
it's horrible.
listen. If you're still listening in, stick around. I'm gonna be reading.
You gotta stop
We're gonna have
scrolling.
story. We're gonna have story time later. So please don't leave the episode yet. We want to get to these stories.
You gotta stop playing blackjack on your phone. Put your phone down for a second. It sucks.
I love my legs go completely numb. They're just like tingly.
Ugh.
It's like when the channel's on like the old
Can't
TV
stand
on
it.
snow.
It could be because I gotta wipe like multiple asses a day, which isn't any fun. You know, and then I gotta wipe my ass.
Well, your kids are potty trained now, aren't they?
Yeah, but my daughter just refuses.
Yeah.
She like puts a pull up on just to go to the
She's
bathroom.
a straight savage.
She is. Dude.
She's
She's so funny.
She is such.
I'm like,
she's
she
great.
even goes in the bathroom and poops, and she's like, "Can you change my diaper?" I'm like, Gianna, just poop on the toilet. What are you doing?
Right.
You're way too old for this. She just don't want to.
She's gonna do what she wants.
Yeah, it's all right.
And your poor son, he just runs from her. He tries to get in there. He gets in there.
She whoops him up, dude.
Yeah, she does.
She does. It's
I thought
funny.
it was hilarious Dad, when I came over to Mom's house for dinner. By the way, Mom, if you're watching, Steve has your plate.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. So if you don't get it, it's because of Steve, not because of me.
I do need an extra plate.
There you go. So there goes that. Is it sponsor time?
Wait, you never put any thought into that?
Into
I'm
what?
the only one who thinks about this stuff.
Into what?
Like the horrors of wiping your ass?
Absolutely no.
Do you poop outside?
I have.
It's hard.
It is, but listen. I will poop anywhere
I don't.
because I can't stand that holding it in that pain. I can't stand.
Wait, you guys are pooping outside? What?
Yeah, I pooped
We
outside
work
before in
outside.
the woods. Yeah.
Sometimes
okay.
there's not
All
a bathroom sometimes,
okay.
but
Yeah,
I will
fair.
get in a truck and go to a CVS or
Yeah, I will
Walgreens.
try to find something. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll hit a Johnny on the spot too if I have to.
I won't even go Wawa. I've never ever pooped in a Wawa.
Oh, I have.
I hate it. I don't like pooping next to people. Like Home Depot, like I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's weird. Cuz you can't even enjoy it. Like I just said, like it's one of the joys in life is getting to take a nice poop. And then you got to then there's people next to you that are fucking
Well, what happens at home? You got kids running around.
I lock the door. That's like my quietest time ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
You take a long time.
Yeah, but I don't
Maybe
really
that's what it really is. You just enjoy the quiet so much.
that
Wiping
might be
means it's
it.
over.
It might be
And
psychological. Yeah.
I'm a good 20-minute pooper.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Lou?
You gotta get it all.
No, I'm with you.
You gotta
Okay.
get,
I'm
get it.
until the legs are tingling.
And I'm very routine too. I'm very like it's me. It's first thing in the morning.
So when I went on the diet, it threw off my morning one, and I never got it back.
Wow.
Sad, dude. Now I gotta wait till after work. Now.
As long as I don't have to poop, like I'll be all right not taking a morning one. As long as when like 9-10 o'clock comes around, I don't have to like really go. Like if I can go to the end of the day, then that's fine.
Well, the coffee kills you. I mean, if
Makes me pee. Coffee makes me pee a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I drink so I'll drink 12 ounces in the morning when I wake up, and then I'll have a 16 ounce from Wawa, and then I drink a 55 ounce of water.
That would equate to me flooding.
And that's before like 10 a.m.
Half
And then
of
I'll
the
drink
street.
another 55 ounce water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be my
Before the end
eyeballs
of the
be
day.
floating.
I'll try and drink a lot of water.
That is a lot of water. It's a
Water,
good
water,
job,
water.
though. Water. Don't forget, the season's coming. Yeah, don't make fun.
I'm not.
Okay.
That's cool. All right, sponsors.
Are we on sponsors now?
Yeah.
Let's
we
do
got a
that.
new sponsor.
Do we have new sponsors?
Let's
Start it
be
off.
frank. He is a commercial mixologist. Let's be frank. He's got the espresso martini. He's got the Bloody Mary mix. It's unbelievable. He was in for the interview. Mm-hmm. Dude, we tried that. How good was that?
It was very good.
Oh my God. Like whatever your preconceived notion of what an espresso martini would taste like, throw
That's
it out
it.
the window. This is it is delicious, dude.
Nice.
15-16% alcohol almost.
Oh.
You can't even, it is dangerous. So good.
All
So
right.
good. Yeah.
Get out there. Let's be frank. Where can we get some of this?
He's working his way into like different liquor stores right now,
Mm-hmm.
different bars, stuff like that. Right now he's pretty heavy down in Cape May.
Okay.
But
Can it be purchased online?
You know what? I'm gonna find out, and
Okay.
we'll revisit that next episode.
All right. All right. Let's be frank.
But he does have a website, so you can check him out.
Yeah. Go to the website. It's let'sbefrank.com.
Franksway.com.
Frank's Way.
Franks-way.com.
You can buy it online, by the way.
And you can
And you can purchase
buy it
stuff
online.
online.
Yes.
Thanks there, Big Lou. All right, let's kick it over to helmets to hard hats. If you are a veteran coming out and you want to get into the union construction trades, or you just don't know what you want to do and you want looking for a good job, make a good living, have a career, go to helmets to hard hats. Helmets to hard hats is the gateway to get you into union construction trades. They'll put you up on the front of the list. It can be any construction trade. It could be a sprinkler pipe fitter, operator, laborer, iron worker. Whatever your heart desires to get out there and make a good living, get a pension, put some money in the bank. Helmets to hard hats. That's the way to do it if you're coming out. And also, it's a beverage time. Lou, are you drinking anything today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the lager right there.
Which one do you like, Lou? That lager or is the other one Jersey lager?
It was Jersey Life. Jersey
That's
Life.
a good one, dude. That Jersey Life lager. No, I'm good.
Lou's going to be drinking a lager from 3 Threes. 3 Threes is the official beer sponsor of the Two in the Blue podcast. 3 Threes is located in Hamilton. They also have another location called Neck of the Woods in Pittman. There it is.
You like that?
That's a
love
good
it.
one.
I love it. 3 Threes located in Hamilton is a great rustic type of place. Blue collar, kick it back, great. All their pilsners that we have tasted so far or they have tasted so far on the show are on point.
This is the no frills, by the way. No frills.
No
frills lager.
So
Last time, last episode or last time we heard from Raggedy Randy,
Right.
he hit it rich.
He did.
$92,000.
And this would
He
be a
got
perfect.
back for his tax income. Jake Hosko even asked for Beulah's number so that he could, she could do his taxes.
Right. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Let's get an update.
All right.
Raggedy Randy here. I'm back fucking working the goddamn asphalt again. Motherfucker. I'll burn my goddamn eyelashes off. The IRS caught me. They're on to my shenanigans. They say I gotta pay that $92,000 back. Steven, I already fucking spent it. Now I'm here dragging this goddamn plate tamper around again like a fucking buffoon. God damn it. I'm about to throw this motherfucker in the woods. God damn it. I gotta find a way to come up with that money quick. Or else I'm fucking toast. I can't do time in the federal prison. My anus is still a virgin and I'd like to keep it that way. God damn it, you motherfucker. Oh. Steven, I might need a loan buddy.
We should start a GoFundMe for Raggedy Randy
We should.
for his IRS troubles.
Desire. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah. Thanks, Randy.
All right. So
It's story time with Flounder.
yes. So this week, instead of making a list, we're gonna do story time, and I got a couple books here. They are adult children's books, so like children's style books, but with all adult innuendos. It's for mature audience.
Can you say
only.
adult again?
Adult.
Okay.
Adult.
Nah, he was saying
Adult.
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 Oh, so adult.
Adult.
Yeah, there it
Adult.
is.
Yeah, adult.
These are adult books.
Yeah, they're adult books. And
Adult
it's for- do not read these to your children. They are by Kinsey Mazing. So crisscross applesauce, like they used to tell us in kindergarten. Crisscross applesauce, you little shits. It's story time. Who will eat my cookie? I have a delicious. I have a delicious cookie. It's so tasty and sweet. But who will eat my cookie? Who will get my treat? Johnny, will you eat my cookie? I'm begging you, please. Sorry, Susie, but I can't. Would you quit asking me? Jeez. Wrong Johnny, because Johnny loves eating. This Johnny loves eating cookies. How about you, Johnny Evans? You like the cookies? Susie continues walking, looking for someone new. And soon enough, she spots him. Look, it's Mr. Pooh. Mr. Pooh, do you like cookies? Mine's the best you'll have in your life. Thanks, Susie. It does look good, but I only eat my wife's. Mr. Pooh is very faithful to his wife's cookie. Poor Susie's so sad. What's wrong with her cookie? Surely someone wants to eat it. It's not like she's a rookie. Susie spots Sarah Johnson, the high school gym teacher. Surely surely she'll eat my cookie. She stops her at the bleachers.
The gym teacher.
The gym teacher, Sarah. Sarah, look at my cookie. Isn't it so pretty? Do you want to eat it? I promise you'll feel giddy. Sorry, Susie, but no can do. Sweets aren't my thing. If you've got a roast beef sandwich, then you can give me a ring. Oh, look, it's Neil. He's the nicest guy. Nice guys always finish first, right? Surely he'll eat my cookie. It's definitely worth a try. Hi, Neil. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Do you want to eat my cookie? It's really just swell. Hi, Susie. Thanks for asking. Your cookie looks so sweet. I'm sorry to tell you this, though, but all I eat is meat.
Come on, Neil.
Neil
Has
looks
he got a jean jacket in that?
No, but Neil looks like he might be on the little softer side. I mean, Neil might not like cookies. Maybe hot dogs. All right. She's going to go another direction here. Then Susie sees Mr. Jim. She greets him and says, "Hi, Mr. Jim, will you eat my cookie? He's such a nice guy." "No thanks, Susie." Meet Mr. Jim. "No thanks, Susie. I'm sure your cookie's lit. But I'm not a fan of vanilla. I only eat chocolate." Jim only likes the chocolate.
That's a nice rhyme.
Yeah. Susie starts to cry. She can't believe her luck. No one wants her cookie. It must really suck. Then along comes Andy Green, the city's engineer. He takes one look at Susie and dries up all her tears. What's the matter, Susie? Why are you so upset? I'm here for you now. There's no reason to fret. No one will eat my cookie, Andy, and I understand why. It's so sweet and tasty. I wish someone would give it a try. She just can't understand it. Susie, I'll eat your cookie. Why didn't you just say so? I love eating cookies. I would never tell you no. Dedicated to all the cookies out there, the cookie eaters out there, you guys are the best. And that's the end of the story. She has actually 6 of these, believe it or not.
I got to get her on the podcast.
Right?
I would love to get Kinsey Amazing. So, I would love to meet this woman. Any woman with a sense of humor like this is fantastic. Next week, we're going to be reading Ben's Big Load.
I'll tell you what.
These books are out of control.
I'm going to write my own.
You should.
It'll be the 4th installation.
The 4th installation? There's
Yes.
6 here. I gotta make sure I get some more of these. So that is the
That's
end
great.
of story time.
I wonder how they do.
Next week?
Luke, can you look that up on Amazon and see how she's doing rank wise?
I mean, she's got 66 reviews,
That's pretty good.
4.6 stars.
There's a ranking section if you scroll down.
It's number 14 in comedy.
14 out of how many?
No,
That doesn't say.
no, it's just she's number 14.
I got one of my books got up to like it cracked like the top like 50,000 out of like millions. But dude, like if you sell like 5 books, you crack it.
Wow.
Like because they all just sit there, you know. But yeah,
Eh.
yeah, that's awesome, dude. 14 is fucking
Yeah.
sick. Good for her, Kinsey.
Yeah, they're hilarious,
Kinsey
though.
Amazing. Kinsey Amazing.
Kinsey Amazing.
That's Kinsey Amazing.
That's Kinsey Amazing.
Come on, Neil.
Neil, eat that cookie.
Eat that cookie.
Jim Green. Yeah.
Come on, Johnny.
Poor John. Just Johnny eats cookies. Don't you worry about that.
So that's a great segue to our next segment.
What's that? Oh.
Dumb things of the week.
We're a little late on this one. Usually we do dumb things a week early on. Go ahead.
I thought you were gonna hit it. I thought you were gonna hit it earlier.
No.
That's all right.
So what do you got?
So, dude, 5:45 in the morning.
Oh boy.
So the day before, I had to pick up metal for a crew, and they took the metal off. It was all on a skid on the back of the stake body I was driving. So I had to clear it off because I needed more room on it. Obviously, like I had to throw the pallet in the dumpster. It's 5:45 in the morning. Like I am barely awake. Drug myself to work. It's pitch black outside. I picked this thing up over my head, and there was all kinds of shit on this pallet, dude. Went all over me at 5:45 a.m. In my nose, in my eyes, in my ears, down my shirt, down my pants. I mean, it was everywhere.
You just want to go home at that point. Just to go right back around and be like, fuck this day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was my dumb thing of the week.
Wow.
Sucked.
Jesus. Lou, any dumb things around the going on with you in your life? Anything happen?
No, but I got another observation.
What's that?
I noticed like on the expressway and stuff, like they're doing construction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing these things. They're like shipping containers.
I saw them too.
With like open sides.
Yeah.
It's
Is
like
that
signs.
Yeah.
is
overhead
that like
signs?
is that like a hangout spot or something?
No,
What
so
is
they're
that?
going to go across the expressway.
They're gonna be
They're
digital
either going to
signs,
be
I think.
message. Yeah, they're either going to be DMS boards, or I can't see them making it. A lot of times they will make them walkways, but I can't see why they would make a walkway where they're putting it at.
No, because I saw a bunch of like lights inside, so I figured dudes were just hanging out.
It's
in
possible
there
they're making a walkway.
It could be. I
That's
know
right
where.
in, it's right around like the 295 area, isn't it? Or no? It's,
No, you're just talking down near the Egg Harbor.
There's
area, yeah.
one that way, and then there's
Yeah,
one down near Egg Harbor too.
Near
yeah.
near the toll plaza.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they're making something to cross over for the employees to go each
They're
side
not-
of the road, but
no
I don't
way.
know.
Dude, there's like one toll person.
Bro, I mean, it only takes one person to get hit, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And that's suing the state, and then they
That's
have to do
true.
something like that. So I'm assuming, or it's going to be a message board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a
I
message
saw.
board.
I noticed that too, and I was wondering about that too. Yeah.
If
but
you
yeah.
see something go up, you'll see the message board. If it goes up on the front of it, then you know that's definitely what it is.
They're gonna need cranes for that. They're huge. those
Yeah.
things. They're awesome.
You know what the dumb thing in the week for me is? There's been a shitload of accidents in Hamilton.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, there has been like a crazy amount in the last
Yeah.
couple weeks. Nuts.
Yeah. So we live right down the street from the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
So every time there's an accident, they usually rip right
Yep.
down my road, and you know, you hear the sirens and stuff. So like, if I'm ever out, like, you know how many times Michelle calls me to make sure,
Oh, yeah.
like,
sure
because
it's not you.
we're right there. She
Right
hears
there,
it
yep.
every single time. And there was one right on Fairview and Third Street.
And took out the light.
Yeah, they stopped. They shut it down.
Yeah. Who was that came in there and fixed that? So that's a county. That's a county light.
I thought it was Atlantic State Electric. I saw.
No.
C.J. Watson.
No.
Was it?
It's a union company.
IBEW.
No, it's a union company.
IBEW.
No, it's a
International Brotherhood of
It's I
Electrical
know who
Engineers.
this is. Nick Pierce is going to kill me on this one. He used to work for this company. It's they do traffic signals and conduit in the ground, and they got red lettering on the side of the truck, white truck, red lettering. I can't believe I'm stumped on this name. Anyhow, they did. I used to do that. I used to do it with Technopro days. That's the knockdown, and electricians and the operator go out there with the crane, and you rebuild the signal and everything. Yeah, and that's all insurance money.
Yeah.
But there's been crazy amount of accidents, and I'm not even sure the accidents are necessarily, like the intersection dysfunctions. I think a lot of this might be just the people, just people not paying attention.
Yeah, I don't know how that could have happened. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see. I was there like at the ass end.
That's
of it.
somebody
The
that
car was out.
must have ran the light and they T-boned them, pushed them right up in the lawn and took that light out. That's what it seems
They
like.
swerved. Yeah, tried to.
Yeah.
It's possible. I got in an accident right there before there was a funeral procession running through, and it was ice. It was
Jesus.
slick as shit. There was ice on the ground, and the light was green. I didn't even see the procession coming through, and by the time I saw them coming through, I couldn't stop, and I got into a little kiss, and we both just went our separate ways. Never even discussed, never even got out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
Yeah, well, that's good.
yeah.
Lou, you ever been in an accident?
Actually, I was just thinking the other day. No.
Good.
In my entire life,
God,
never
come
once
on.
in a car
I
accident.
hope you never are.
Yeah,
I was
in
in that bad
on the
with
way
my
home.
brother before.
Were you?
Yeah, head on almost.
Jeez.
Right on Route 40. It was right in front of an ice cream parlor. The lady, we were coming up. We were in a rental. It was a rental truck. It was an S10. They gave him he owned a landscaping business, and the truck that he bought from the dealership on Route 40 down there, and they gave him a fucking S10. So, and my brother would hook the trailer and everything. He says, "This is what they want to give me. Fine, this is what I'm going to use." My brother would crush this thing. So we're heading back to the dealership, and a lady coming this way was getting ready to turn into the ice cream parlor, and she turned. She just didn't have the time, and then tried to come back, and her front driver's side hit our driver's side. We went a little airborne, back down on four wheels, and slid and hit my side, hit the pole. I remember a styrofoam cup being cut completely in half, and I have no idea how or why.
Wow.
In the cup holder, right between us, it was styrofoam. It was cut. I mean, like a knife went, or I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was I was the first on the scene of an accident last year. It was on Maze Lane 561, and I'm driving up to it, and I saw like a figure in the road, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And it was a car turned on their side. It was on the passenger side door. The car was turned like that, and there was a pole just cut right in half. The guy must have just fell asleep. Maybe he had a medical episode. I don't know, but he went right through this pole.
Jesus.
Flipped him over. He ended up on his side. I pull up, and then a state trooper pulls up, and I got my work truck. So I had like a bunch of stuff in there. He's like, and the trooper's like, I was like, what can I do? He's like, do you got tools? You got a hammer? What do you got? So like, I went and got he's like, do you have a fire extinguisher? I was like, yeah. So I grabbed the fire extinguisher, put it there, got gloves for him because we were trying to break these windows. I mean, it was a Mercedes Benz. These windows are like
Right.
good. So we had to climb up the top of this guy was out cold in his seatbelt, like just hanging there. You know, he was an older guy, ended up having to pry his door open, pull him out. I mean, there's school buses driving by. This guy's just dead weight, just like they got him in the ground. I mean, it was a really, really shitty scene.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. I think I heard it. He did survive though. He survived he made it to the hospital without dying. So I know that much. But it was weird because like are you a license plate reader?
Yeah, I'll read them. Yeah.
Like, you know how you have to shorten words
Yeah.
to make like a personalized license plate? Well, like sometimes you could read what they're trying to say like a million different ways. So like I'll try and see how many different ways I could read the license plate. You know, it's usually just like their last name, but I try and like break it up so it like sounds funny. But I remembered this guy's license plate from before. Like I've read it before, and I forget it now. But like I knew this guy. Like I knew this car, and it was like the weirdest thing ever.
No shit.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it was like a pretty traumatic experience. You want to talk about the wow, didn't transition at all. You want to talk about these tariffs at all?
Sure.
They're wild.
So I mean, tariffs again. This is just it's all leveraging. Tariffs are used on both sides, and as now people are learning, tariffs that exist on all the countries. He is putting tariffs on these people to make it an even ground. We have been paying. I agree with the notion that we have been paying way too much to these other countries for far too long, instead of using this money for our own country and its own good. So. Yes, so you put a tariff, they're going to put a tariff. He's going to put a stronger tariff. They're going to back off on their tariff. We're going to back off on our. It's all leveraging and negotiation tactics. It's a chess game. That's all it is. And and everything will. I know everything. Listen, he promised he was going to lower things. Can the stock market get any lower right now? I mean, come on. Come on. The guy's keeping his promise, right? So I mean, listen, it's a turnaround. It's a transition. He's only 2 months in. I think it's getting blown out of proportion. Is it's going to, by the other side, is going to blow this way out of proportion. Things will turn. I agree. By September of this year, things will be completely turned around.
I keep saying that.
People will be shaking hands. You will see that he will no longer look like he's in bed with Russia. He will look like a genius for doing this. All this stuff will turn around, guaranteed. What they're trying to do is trying to make it look as bad as possible before it looks good, because it's going to look. It is going to turn around. Listen, I can't. I don't.
I keep saying, like, let the dust settle. Like before you
Exactly.
like freak out.
It's 2 months in.
Let the dust settle a little bit. And I'd like to, like, I was under the impression the idea of the tariffs were to get these countries to bring their factories into America, create American jobs.
It's part of that, and part of it is.
But
tariffs,
that's like
tariffs are a tax on selling your product from another country into ours.
Yeah. But did you see Europe is now backing Canada? So all the European countries now put a tariff on America.
Okay.
And now we put one back on that. So like Scotch is going to be like 200% of what it was. You know, like it's going to get wild. But like if you were to tell me right now, in 10 years, when my son is 15, you know, or in whatever, in 15 years, you know, when my kids are like at the age where they're going to be getting jobs, that these tariffs worked, and, you know, these countries are bringing, they're building factories in America, and they're creating American jobs, union jobs, then like, cool. Like if you told me that were the case, like sign me up for that. Like I'll take the hard times right now for the future. You know what I mean? I will, like I'll deal with it. You know, I might have to stop, stop the payments on the savings for the colleges and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know like how far this thing goes. We haven't been affected yet. We haven't seen any price.
So I've always said, you've always heard me pound the drum of things evolve, things come back around. You will see things, history repeat itself. This is importing, exporting. It's just something we learned when we were young and kids, and importing and exporting goods. It could be sugar, and it was cotton, and it was all this stuff. That's all this is. It's importing and exporting, and it's getting back to the nitty-gritty of government and how countries used to trade with each other in order to excel in agreements with each other. You know, now it's just bigger things. It's technology and all this stuff, and alcohol, and, you know, instead of just being grain. But there's still that stuff. There's still grain, rice, minerals, fuel, all that stuff. We're getting back to the basics, which is great. They're simplifying importing and exporting again. Instead of it getting so far out of control where nobody understands it anymore, they're simplifying it. And you're going to see some of these countries are going to get their way in a way because you have to, but it's going to be more of a level, even playing field when it's all said and done. It's 2 months in. I'm in no panic at all.
Yeah, I'm not in a panic.
And listen,
but you know what?
Has it affected me? It has affected me directly because with the job cutting, the VA, I still got a claim out there that's already been sitting for a year, and now it's going to take a little longer. I understand, until they get that all straightened out.
You know what concerns me is we had Anthony DeStefano on, who works for Fazio Steel Fabricating. And he said last time Trump was in office, he put a tariff on China. And so the price of their nuts and bolts and like their steel products coming into America went up 25%. Now they were down here and America was up here. So all these companies were buying, all the nuts and bolts and stuff like that from China. They were to spec. They were like exactly the same exact product as we were making, but ours was up here and theirs was down here. They're getting it because they don't pay their workers. They're
cheap labor.
Yeah, it's very cheap labor. So that's what companies were doing. Now Trump put a 25% tariff on them, which brought them here, and we were still more money than them. But if they would have just stayed where they were at,
be more competitive.
We would have just bought. You don't have to deal with the logistics. You don't have to deal with paying for it up front before it crosses the ocean. You're taking a risk when you're buying something from overseas because you're paying for that. They won't ship it until it's paid. So people would buy America. But what happened was these American companies saw that this ratio was coming back closer, and American companies, they raised their price.
They raised the price.
And my concern is that, this summer, when these Mexican fruits, the avocados, the Canadian stuff coming over, we have in the summertime, we have all our fruit is, in the summer, we have the fruit, we don't have to import the fruit, stuff like that. But what happens when these American companies that are selling blueberries, for example, see that Americans are willing to pay $10 a pint? Do you think you're going to be able to get a blueberry for $3? I mean, in Hamilton we can, we know all the farmers, whatever. But do you think you'll be able to go to ShopRite and you'll see a $3 pint of blueberries? So the imported ones, I mean, they probably won't even. They're going to have to import them to keep up with the demand.
We get them from when they're imported, they're Peru, Venezuela, I think, or something like that. But most of the blueberries are from North Carolina, New Jersey.
Yeah, but not right now.
No.
But and if these tariffs take effect and people start paying the $10 a pint for the only blueberries you could get,
well, that's where these American companies have to realize. Okay,
but that's what they have to do. They have to. Prevent the American companies from raising their prices.
Right. Well, you have to tell the American companies, look, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this is so that we can make it more competitive and people want to buy your product.
Yeah.
If you start raising your product again, it doesn't work.
Right. Because the demand for these American products is now going to be super high.
Yes.
Because it's going to be the only thing affordable. And so they're naturally just going to raise their prices because they can.
Which boosts the economy. Because you're buying American. They want. That's what the whole point is.
Yeah, but instead of buying 3 pints of blueberries, you buy one.
Right, but hopefully you would never. I mean, people aren't going to buy $10 pints of blueberries. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, they will. They buy $10 pints of strawberries right now. I mean,
I don't.
I mean, have you seen the price of cherries per pound? They'll make it look like it's not $4.99 a pound, but you're buying a 3-pound bag, and you go to register, you don't realize how much it weighs.
$16.
Yeah, you're what the fuck, you know? I mean, that happens all the time. People do pay big money for fruit. I mean, I do. That's all I eat.
I think it's a big plan. It's part of a bigger plan to get things back.
No, it is. But if you have these American companies raising their price because the demand is so high, are they going to lower it?
Well, they have to understand
when the demand isn't as high.
They have to understand they can't because it's defeating the purpose.
But the steel factory in North Carolina, that was the big nuts and bolts steel factory that was an option for people to buy when there was a 25% tariff on the Chinese metal fabricated stuff, the nuts and bolts. They didn't do that. They didn't allow these American companies to. It was still way cheaper to buy So even with the 25%,
that's only going to
tariff.
last for so long, because then another person's going to come in and say, well, listen, I can make X amount of I can make 30% profit instead of 75%.
No, but you know what
profit.
happens? You know what happens is then the insurance companies see they see how much money that they're making. They see like they see the profit. Like you can see these kind of companies have been around for so long. Like they have it down to a science. Like when I was doing the trucking thing, I mean, like between the insurance and like the, you know, like all the like the yearly, the yearly smoke test and this test,
All the overhead, yeah.
all that, like they do it. So it is so hard to make a profit, and any overhead you have, it goes to like fixing this or fixing that. Like they make it so unless you are pumping a ton of product, you can't keep up with like what they drown you. So when the farmers start charging $10 for blueberries, then the logistics companies start charging more for the freight, or the pallet companies charge more for a pallet. And then like when all these prices go up, now the farmers can't lower their price, and they're willing to pay these higher, like it sets a new market.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to set a new market.
But they're setting a market to high. They're inflating.
Well, no, that would be yeah, but that's not them. That's not them. And that would be the businesses inflating the market.
Exactly.
And what they're trying to do is give them an opportunity to make.
I know what they're trying to do, but it's not going to happen.
Well, it can.
It's not going to.
Well, we don't know that.
There's no way that American companies are going to see a product selling for X amount of money, and they're going to say, okay, we're going to keep our prices low. And
so if they fair. Again, so if they're making if they're making say 15% profit, right, and then these changes get them to 30% profit, and they're like, well, wait, we can make 50% profit. Okay, well, wouldn't that open up opportunities for say somebody else to come in and say, I want to start this business, and I can make I can live off of 30% profit.
Yeah, but not if all of the regulations and like the government cut and all that stuff ends up going up, because that's what happens.
Yeah,
is it gets chased.
It won't. It will come back. It comes back. It won't happen that fast.
It does happen that fast.
It doesn't happen that fast.
It's not going to be.
It's a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight. It will happen at a gradual process.
They can change your insurance rate like that that.
But their insurance companies are held at regulations too.
Dude, they're very loose.
That's why you can shop around for different insurances.
Yeah, but they're very loose, and they're all like the same. Like I was paying $35,000 a year to put a truck on the road.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily know how much they don't know your profit margin. They know what you have. They know what you're insured.
They know what they figure on a 40 hour. The only way for me to make more money was to run the truck 24 hours a day, 2 12-hour shifts.
Right.
And have a nighttime driver and a daytime driver. It was the only variable.
But the insurance company don't know. They just know you have 2 trucks they need to insure.
Yeah, I know, but their rate is based on the rate that I can charge. Like if I could only charge $1 a mile, they can't charge $35,000. There would be no trucks on the road. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they know what you can make. And they're pushing you to the limit, and you got to push these small companies, these America's backbone companies. You got to push them to the limit just to get to even, let alone get a profit. I mean, you know how hard it is to have a full-time job and run 3 trucks 24 hours a day. I mean, you know how much wear and tear that is on these trucks. These trucks were going like 400, 500, 600 miles in a 24-hour span, 3,000 miles a week. Sometimes more, because I was running them on weekends too. Like they were the only variable, charges. The only thing variable was the amount of time that the truck ran. So like the insurance was fixed. The gas was variable, but it was. But there was a lot of fixed expenses, and running it on an 8-hour day, 10-hour day, it broke me to like almost even. But the nice stuff, I mean, I couldn't do that. It was too much.
Right.
It was too stressful. I was getting calls 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. You know what I mean? This truck, blah blah blah. Like then you had and you're relying on the drivers to leave the key in the right spot, and park the truck here, and do, like, you know what I mean?
There's a lot that goes with it. Sure.
It was a hell of a lot, and it's fine. Like it's fine. I mean, it's somewhat sustainable. But what I'm trying to say is like,
I'm curious to see how this is going to work out because I mean, listen, when he was in office the last time for 4 years, I can only, and that's all I can base it off of, is that we were doing pretty well. I know there's a lot of stuff that they're trying to uncover and unwrap and bring to the public eye.
I'm not even talking politics.
No,
I'm
just
talking.
saying,
I'm talking like the actual effects of like.
So that's
what's
what I'm
in place
saying.
right
We're
now.
going to see what's in place and what keeps getting put in place. Because as things are getting put in place, things are getting taken off too. Like they're telling you, oh, he put a 25, but then they didn't tell you how Canada backed off right away, and then we backed off. They didn't show that part.
Right.
So I am curious to see. I am, because right now it doesn't look too good. Right. But again, he's lowering everything.
No, it's
stocks are down. So I mean, come on.
It's uncomfortable, and I think we needed to be a little uncomfortable. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but the way things were,
you can't right the ship.
Yeah.
and you have to go through the storm to right the ship.
The way things were, I mean, it felt bad. Like, I did not feel good. I don't like the idea of my kids going to a school where they're like teaching them about gender and I don't like that.
I know.
That's scary to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there had to be some type of like overhaul,
Sure.
I don't like the border being wide open. That's crazy.
What happened was they were trying to key on every little single thing. One side was trying to key on everything. Like, well, you want to be okay, yes. You know what I mean? Just vote for me. And you want to do this? Right. Okay, you could do whatever. Just vote for me. And at some again, this will take place. It will, because nature will always win. There has to be checks and balances and laws and regulations. There has to be. If not, it's going to be complete chaos. So I trust that they're going to bring it back to a more law and order type of type of way, like a more structured.
Well, both parties should,
yes.
Right? Like you can't like that's what like Republicans did a really good job of. Like they focused all their efforts on like the middle. Right?
Yes.
They didn't cater to far right extremists.
If anything, the right is coming back to the middle.
Right. And that's what and the Democratic Party, in order to compete, needs to come back to the middle.
Yes.
They need someone to stand in, like someone in 3 years from now.
Son of a bitches, they double down, triple down, quadruple down.
They need someone that's going to just talk to the middle. Again.
Yes.
Not the far left.
No.
You know what I mean? Because most people are right here.
Yes.
You can't talk to these people.
No.
And expect
these
anything
people in
from
here
these.
that aren't sure or whatever, or this way or that way. That's yes, you're 100% right.
Yeah. So whatever.
Yeah.
Nah.
Lou, any thought on that?
No, I think you guys can.
I'm staying out of this.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up.
For that's going to wrap it up
for episode 39
of To the Blue.
I am
Thanks
John.
again to our sponsors, Energy Defenders, for all your solar roofing needs.
I'm John.
Call Energy Defenders. Hey, Neen, how do we do?
I think there's something wrong with you.